a lot of the technologies around dating and relationships, or I think also a lot of like the ideology promoted by wokeism or feminism is it helps in the short term in that it helps us to self-soothe. Say when we're stressed out, like the distraction of being on screens or being on dating apps, it makes you feel like, okay, I'm doing something to help my personal life or to meet people or to connect. But the reality is it's not the same as actual in-person connection. It's not the same as actually hearing someone's voice or having a face-to-face conversation. And so I do think that's why people feel even worse after, right? Where you feel even more lonely, you feel more disconnected, more alienated. And so even though these distractions help us short term, I think long term, this is why we're in a place where we're so divided now. But I wanted to ask you, and not about your personal life, but just more broadly, being in Hollywood, what is dating like here? Because I know in large cities, like say New York, it is, I've heard it's just atrocious. Like it's so difficult. And I imagine, especially being in entertainment and being in this ecosphere, like it must be so much harder. Because I hear from people around the world about how hard dating is nowadays.
I mean, I certainly hear it from every woman I know.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Not the men, though.
I mean, I mean, do I know a lot of men who are dating? I mean, you know, most of my friends are married. I mean, you know, I'm 70. A lot of them have grandkids. I'm the one who's still single. But I'm not actively, I'm not dating. I'm happy. I don't get specific about my personal life.
That's totally fine.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm good. But I'm not out there trying to hustle up, dates. So I don't know. What I know is what I hear from so many women who yes, their complaints are legion and just appalling. It's appalling. I think it's a lot of it is, we talked about social media, but the actual dating apps. I mean, the idea that you could scroll through like an inexhaustible supply of women. I mean, from someone who was, when I was out there like trying to meet girls in bars, I mean, first of all, there was no targeting of the audience. You went to a bar. Maybe there's somebody in that bar who you would get along with. Maybe there's not. I mean, it was just complete pot luck.
Yeah.
Now it's like, I guess, somewhat targeted because you can see them and you can read their profile, whatever. But the idea that you can just like scroll, it's just, the human brain can't do that. Certainly not the male brain. So I don't know. I mean, the fact that they can do that it's that easy, to me, what the stories I hear from women indicate to me that there's too much supply, shall we say, of women. So guys don't feel the need to treat women with any sort of respect or, I'll just scroll to the next one.
Yeah.
I just met you. Do you want to go home with me? No? Okay, I'll scroll to the next one. Maybe I'll do better there. It's just this numbers game that seems completely crazy. That's what I hear.
Because that, to me, that's my sense with many large cities, especially when the sex ratio is imbalanced and there are more women in that city than men, because when there are fewer men, they are going to be calling the terms in terms of the relationships or what the how things are going to go, basically. Like you said, if they want casual sex, they're going to say, this is what I want. If you're not going to give it to me, I'm going to go elsewhere. And then I think also, I imagine the men in this city are so financially successful that they also have their pick of the lot. So that adds to it, where now you have more women, and then all women are fighting for this very small pool of successful men.
That's the big problem. And I think that's always been a problem to a degree, and ever more so, which is that, yes, it's nature. And when walruses mate, or I'm picking on walruses, I'm sure you know this better than I. You probably took biology more seriously than I did, but some species, or maybe many of them, the males fight, and the females of the species, they want the alpha.
Yeah.
That's just nature. And here, you can be alpha in a place like LA because you're great looking, because, we suck all the great looking people out of the country.
People in LA are so beautiful. Whenever I come here, I'm always like, oh, yeah.
Yes. I mean, because people in Indiana, when they're beautiful, they go, I got to be in LA. And the models are in New York. And yeah. So it's crazy like that. Or you can be, and there's also like tens of zillions of rich people. I mean, everybody wants to live here. We got the weather, man. You know, as much as we try to fuck up this state, you know, you just cannot put a price on sunshine in February. You know, and also everybody already lives here. You know, people who don't have to live here live here.
Yeah.
Like the really big stars can live anywhere. They don't have to see their agent every week. Trust me. If Jay-Z wants to do something, they'll come to him. He doesn't have to live in Bel Air. He chooses to. They all do. It's LA, man. So yes, there's just and there's so many nepo babies and nepo wealth and passed on wealth, and you know, so it's, I don't know. When you go out in this town, it doesn't look like anybody's really unhappy when you're in a restaurant, but they also look like they're all on the make in some way. And it's just this big game of musical chairs of, you know, and good luck finding that right hookup, because, you know, maybe you will, but it just looks like everybody is sort of superficially trying to match with who on paper they would like the most. You know, your book, you talk about the 3 6s, guys.
Yeah. 3 6s rule. So it's this idea that women should strive for a man who is over 6 feet tall, makes over 6 figures annually, and has a penis that is larger than 6 inches. So this is used as an illustration in the book to say women have,
but you know, as Meatloaf said,
very specific
don't be sad
standards.
because 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
I don't think height. I mean, there's an evolutionary reason for that, but I don't think height is a determining factor.
You know, this whole
happiness or success
did you
in
see
a relationship.
Did you see that movie? It was quite good. I liked it. I can't remember the name of it now, but Dakota Johnson played a
50 Shades of Grey.
No, not that one. No, she played like you know, someone who I don't forget the word for it, but she hooked people up. You know, she wasn't a madam, and they weren't matchmaker. Yeah, okay. A modern kind of matchmaker. And one of the plot points in the movie is that men these days are having operations on their legs.
Oh yeah.
Because they want to get up to the 6 level.
Yeah.
And that women, because they've seen or read, I've certainly read this, that some astounding number of women will immediately swipe left on anyone who's not 6 foot tall.
Or they set the filter there, so they don't even see those profiles.
They don't even see them. Okay.